Hello. Let's have a little chill stream today. All good. Make sure I got everything set up here. Nothing too crazy, just some barb chains. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Kirby, how are you, man? I gotta get some more speed ups if I'm gonna continue to fight at this rate. So, gotta have a little bit more of these barb chaining streams than maybe I normally do. We are falling behind a little bit. I'm only third in honor. So I max Ragnar or not? Yeah, you should. His damage output is pretty crazy. I actually think... Now, this is... In altars and stuff, this is what I'll say. In altars, I will say that Liu Che Ragnar is probably the best singular altar march now in the game. I used Skippy Liu Che last altar, and I don't know if you guys saw that stream, right? Like, Skippy Liu Che is still very good, guys. Don't worry. Like, look at this. But Skippy just doesn't have the same damage output that Ragnar does. I don't have him maxed yet. 5553. I'm getting the I'm buying the bundles and stuff. But yeah, the commander itself is insane. I think that you could either run like Liu Che Ragnar and then go on Skippy, or you run like Liu Che Alex and then Skippy Ragnar, or Liu Che whatever. Liu Che William Wallace. Either one, man. Great to see you streaming, Andy. How are you, man? Tash, hey. Tomorrow is first zone fight for 365. Ooh, maybe I'll stream that. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yeah, we'll see. Genocide against Barbs has to stop. Yeah, man. I gotta kill the Barbs, dude. In fact, let me see how many speedups I have now. Let's throw it into the calculator. Hopefully I have 800 days. If I have 800 days, I'll be happy. Let's check. And what kingdom are we in? We're low A seed. But I mean, seeding doesn't really matter anymore, man. It's all about your KP and how your field is and how many farms you got. That's pretty much it. So bro, that means I have to skip Cav cycle. I max Wallace, now Ragnar. Yeah, so I'll be honest with you. As a fellow William Wallace maxer, this guy was a mistake. Let me be very clear. He is only a mistake because Ragnar came into the game. I do think that he is a slight upgrade to Alex in the open field when you're just smashing murder balls. Now, quick hits. I've been over this. If you're a regular viewer of the stream, you know this, right? Alex is better in some situations. William Wallace is better in others, right? But the difference is so small that maxing this guy is generally just not the move, because they released Ragnar, and now this guy is better than both Alex and William Wallace, and so yeah, it's a little awkward, man. I feel you on the gold head investment. I have literally no gold heads. I'll be broke. I will probably not be able to get the next... Actually, well, because we've got the leadership cycle that is pretty useless, and we've also got the range commanders, which I won't be investing into, I might be able to get the next cap commander, but yeah, man, I don't know, dude. It's hard. Yeah, I mean, I'm an imp main, and I haven't maxed the imp rally. This is only through MGs. Fortunately, the inf rally isn't like super good, so we're not missing much, but it would be nice to have an inf rally still. Okay. Good to see you too, Kamaji. Yeah, just a chill stream today. I do still have to make a video on the leadership commander. I don't know if I'm also going to make a video on the two other commanders. We'll see. I'm not like a range specialist, right? So me adding in my ranged input seems like a waste of time. But from first glance, it just kind of seems like neither of them are an upgrade to what's currently out there. If the investment is lower, do I go for Alex instead of William Wallace at this point? I think you should go for neither at this point. My Texas max? No, it's almost there. We are at max 3. I'm trying to level up my special medicines now, just because, and then improve morale is at 8 out of 10. And then this will be the last thing I get. I'll get that before Kingsland, I guess, but I'm in no rush. So don't touch Ragnar when running Skip Liu. If you only have one infantry march, Skip Liu is perfectly fine. I think for your murder ball, it's better than Ragnar Liu or Liu Ragnar just because of the debuff. So Skippy Ragnar is still great. I was only talking about like altar fights and like doing as much damage as possible. You'll probably run like a Ragnar Liu instead. Alright. Oops. Wrong one. Yeah, how many days, right, until Kingsland? I think we have 10 days until Kingsland. Even if I don't buy another bundle, I'll be max tech by Kingsland. You don't have the troops to swarm anyway? Well, so this actually... Yeah, I mean... Enemy rallied armies and garrisons. Like, I'd swarm rallies, right? But not really garrisons. The only thing I can really swarm with at this point is, like, one cav march. I can throw my Nevsky Belly on there to help the traits, but I can only lose, like, another maybe 200k cav, and I can lose, like, 600k inf still, but that's for garrison, right? I've kind of planned it out to be that way. I love Guan. It's such a pain to put him in the bench, even though Ragnar is nice. I mean, like I said, I don't have Ragnar max yet, so I really cannot tell you for sure whether or not you should be benching your Guan, but Guan Skippy and then Liu Ragnar seems very, very good to me. What's up, Smoke Turkey? You don't have the troops to swarm? That is true, man. I filled too many garrisons in Zone 5 and swarmed a little too much in Zone 5. As long as I can field, though. At least I still have troops to field. It's crazy, you know? It's like I could probably drop... what is my lowest power? My lowest power that I could go to and still field 7 marches is probably like 93 million, right? Because I can drop 600k in. No, like 91 million. Because I could drop about 900,000 more troops before I can't field. I was counting on you to swarm and not me. Bro, I only had 120 million power going into the KVK. I mean, I'm not, you know, super fat anyway. But our swarmers are other people. Like this guy, and this guy, and this guy. Right? Like, and Lioness hasn't gotten a single dead troop so far. She's saving for Kingsland too. I hope, because I just crafted arch formation for my loot to put with Ragnar, dude, you won't be disappointed, I promise you. Trapado, how's life? Life's going well, dude. You know what? I don't know who was in the stream yesterday watching the altar fight, but we were talking about the show Arcane, and I didn't even realize that, I didn't even realize that the second season had already come out, so I binge watched all 6 episodes yesterday. Dude, that show is so good. It's so good. It's just an emotional roller coaster. So you won't swarm, yeah? No, you'll be swarming. Everybody's going to be at 75 million power when this KVK is over with, man. I've got pre-KVK tomorrow for KVK 3. I've saved 730 gold heads. I'm going to expertise Liu Che, and I want to know if I should go for 551 William Wallace or Scipio paired with Liu Che. Skippy. Yeah, William Wallace is a... I won't say he's a dead commander, but William Wallace is arguably already being benched, and now with everything happening with Ragnar Prime, he's like definitely the worst inf commander out there. Blender's still a fatty. I played with him way back. He was super fat. He was like 200 mil. He doesn't whale up as much as he used to. He's although his crypto is doing well, so I don't know. That's what he tells us all the time. What was his highest power? Yeah, 230. He hasn't been above 150 in many KVKs. He still maxes tech for the most part, but is Ragnar better than Alex at 5515? Expertise makes a large difference. Like, I'm still using my William Wallace. I'm still using my William Wallace expertise over Ragnar, because this expertise, man, is really crazy. It's 800 damage factor just in the active skill, and then it's another 1200. So you're looking at like 2000 damage factor on the active skill. It's really good. Now this skill doesn't really matter, especially if you pair with the Uche primary. So you do like 5551 and then Uche primary, but I wouldn't say it's better than Alex. I had 1200 heads, put them in William Wallace and Ragnar. Half that's good. I like the William Wallace. I don't love the Ragnar. Bigger Skippy would be good with current inf commanders and his AoE. Yeah, absolutely. It was like 2 years ago. He was super strong in account. Good dude. Yeah, he's a great dude. Now he's playing goddamn Fortnite too much, dude. Plays that game all the time. In fact, I think he's playing it right now. Wait. Let's see. How many speed ups do I have? Okay, so I do have 600 or 765 days of universal speed ups. So if I can get to 800 by the time Kingsland rolls around, I'll be happy. That's more than 2 years, so. So I'm transitioning into Season of Conquest now. Should I invest in William Wallace Leo or just pair Alex behind Leo? Yeah. I should just put on my thumbnail, do not invest in William Wallace. William Wallace is no bueno. Keep your Alex behind Leo, and then like Ragnar is a good next investment if you're making another Inf March. But yeah, don't invest in William Wallace, please. When is Pass 7 open? Like 5 days, I believe. There you go, the 27th. So not 5 days, 7 days. So we got a ton of time. I'm not super worried. But like 7 days rolls around, I don't even have to buy another bundle. I'll be max tech, so. But the reports from William Wallace are crazy and immortal, so much damage. Yeah, they're good, but I mean, also look at Uche Alex in the Murder Ball, right? Like, it's almost just as good. Look at Skippy Uche. They're better, right? So you just kind of have to figure out, like, is it really worth 690 or 700 gold heads to backwards invest? That's the answer to that is definitely no. Unfortunately, I'm rolling with 3 Inf Marches. So what would you run with 3 Inf Marches now? Like, Guan Skip, Uche Wallace, and then Ragnar Alex? Is that kind of how we feel? I'm not sure. I feel like that's how you'd run it. Which is better for chaining? ZL Shajar 5111 or ZL Richard? Shajar for sure. Shajar is kind of just broken. The Mighty Healing's crazy. 1032 here. How are you, man? Glad to see some 1032 in the chat. I gotta send out the gatherers again. Where is the next clump? There it is. I will run William Uche, Ragnar Skippy, Trajan Alex. Ooh, Okay, so I would definitely not run Trajan Alex. I think you could run William Luce. I would run the Luce primary, but you can run William Luce, and then I would probably run like Ragnar Alex and then Trajan Skippy, or Trajan with Ragnar and Skippy Alex. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, I'm going to finish this chain before I butcher this. Give me a second. That should be good. Skippy, where is he? Does he have any skills that's like only inf? No. Okay, yeah. I think, and then I think that this guy, he has a skill that's only inf, right? So if this commander is only infantry units take 10% less normal, yeah. So I'd probably run Trajan Skippy. Trajan Skippy for sure, and then Ragnar Alex and Luce William Wallace. Can arch formation be used with the Luce and Skippy? My armaments for arch are just way better than wedge. Yeah, and in fact that's preferred, man. Yeah, that's preferred. I only ran wedge on it because my arch formation, first of all, isn't great. I guess it's not bad. The stats are a little bit low, but I don't. So look, battle ready is not great. Same with destructive, right? It's good. It's still, you know, better than your average thing, but it's not fantastic. And invincible is fine. Like skill damage resistance is good, but hunter and altars is just significantly better. So I ran this instead. Now the stats are about the same, but I don't have any rage reduction on my march, right? And then like this is really insane with Skippy's active skill. So that's why I ran wedge formation. I also did a few with arch formation, and I ran Luce primary. Trades were good, so I mean both are fine. I'd say the arch formation is maybe a bit better if you've got better armaments, but I just didn't want the rage reduction in altar. It kind of takes out like the flow of the fight, you know. Well, I'll leave it. I'll leave that for somebody else. Okay. Okay, so do we have any budget investment on Ragnar Prime, or should we expertise him to get the most out of his skills? Yeah, I mean 5551 is fine, but I'll be honest with you, that expertise is too good. You're gonna want to expertise him. Same with like Zhuge Liang, right? Like this expertise is actually just wild. It's really good. And so it's like you don't have to have it expertise, but you should. Actually, let's see if I can anchor this march. I feel like I could chain this, maybe chain this, so I'll anchor that. And what do I mean by anchor? You guys will see. Because remember, I can go back and attack this march and it costs 0 AP. Professional barb chaining, guys. Professional barb chaining. Thoughts on Philip replacing Alex in Luce Alex March? I don't think it does. I think it's fine. It does have the instant proc still. It does have a lot of all damage, but the problem is the active skill is worse, significantly worse. Big brain chaining, dude. Always big brain chaining. Until this Barb runs away from me, and now I feel bad. I think that's close enough. Barely? Barely. Nice. Yeah, I mean, and this is always what I say about, you know, commanders is debuffs are so much better than buffs. They are so much better than buffs in this game. And especially Alex's being 4 seconds long. I mean, it's really good. And the new Commander Philip only lasting for 2 seconds is, I mean, that's like borderline useless. Alright, so because it's on my mind and I was just watching the show, has anybody in the chat actually watched the new season of Arcane? You guys got to tell me what you guys think of the first 6 episodes. I use Trajan Alex because of Trajan third skill. 3 different troop types deal 20% more damage. Yeah, but you can use 3 different troop types with Skippy and it'll do the same thing and you'll get, you know, more benefit. And it won't drop combat as much because you have AoE. Might be 4 seconds for him if he doubles the bonuses, right? So it's he doesn't double the bonus. He has a 40% chance to fire his active skill again. That's much different. So add 40% to 2 seconds on average, right? So now you're looking at almost 3 seconds. You're looking at, what, 2.8 seconds instead of 2 seconds? Trust me, guys, it's not all that insane. Alright, so now we go back here. This costs 0, and I can chain up. Perfect. Is 5511 Skippy a fine start, and should he eventually be expertise, or is this some more budget-friendly build? 5551, even 5511 is fine. He definitely does not have to be expertise, especially if you're not running Guan. I mean, 10% more skill damage is very little. Yeah, you're gonna have. Yeah, I mean, you could run 5551 easily. This is really good though. You definitely want this skill. The instant proc is strong, and 20% more health. Oh, I let him run away from me. See what happens. Is 5511 any good? I mean, it's not really. You use Alex for 2 reasons. Well, let's say 3 reasons. His march speed, his instant proc, and his debuff. You're missing 2 of those 3 things with a 5511 Alex, so I would not recommend it. I think he would be fine just because Liu Che is so broken. But yeah, leave it, like, don't put any gold heads into him. Gavilith, how are you, man? All is well. I'm just chilling. We had the Ultra yesterday. Didn't win it. A little outnumbered. That is okay. Was able to grind some KP. I think I got second. Can I even still see this thing? No, you can't. The battle stopped or whatever it was. I got second. The person who beat me was using a was only using a range march, bro. He got a report with 30 million KP. Ridiculous. To be fair, his range set is like insane. I asked him to send me his range set. He's got crit, not full crit iconic, but mostly crit iconic, and 2 special inscriptions and 2 rare inscriptions, and double expertise commanders. It's crazy, dude. You can still see it? Can you still see it? I just zoomed out. I couldn't find it. If I zoom all the way out? No, you can't see it anymore. Unless there's another way that I can see it. Is there like a... can I go to Kingdom Overview? Is that possible? I'm a noob. How do I see the battle list? Top left? Nope. Okay, zooming out, zooming out. Oh, battle list. I see it. Altar of Darkness. Okay, so that was our other guys. And so, yeah, I came in second. But this guy, I mean, That's so much more KP than anybody else. It's ridiculous. I mean, normally I rank first in altar fights, but that is just, that's crazy. Yep. And he was using range marches only. And I think he only sent his march out there 3 times. He got 2 reports. He got 60 million KP. But, I mean, if you take the time to really invest in, like, a cracked siege march, and, you know, a lot of the players, because we're playing against a young kingdom, 2 young kingdoms, they're active, but they're young kingdoms, right? So some of them might have T4, some younger marches, right? And so, you know, max tech whale with a crazy siege march is gonna eat those marches up, man. Who has that heavy of investment in a siege march? Well, this guy. This guy. Could you please show your chaining pairs? It's double C with a 5111 CY and then ZL Shajar. Excuse me. Normally I run Huo with Hera, but I've actually started to prefer my double C. It's a little bit faster, and what I didn't actually say in my video is that you get this, right? So you get more level 1 resource packs. It's only 15, right? It's a very small amount, but when you kill a bunch of barbs, it's quite good. So expertise Alex is better than William Wallace behind Liu Che. Oh, well, welcome to the stream, bro. It's it's situationally better. It is not all the time better. It is situationally better. But in the sense that you shouldn't invest in William Wallace, yeah, definitely don't invest in William Wallace at this point. I wonder how Jay Towers full set looks like in 1960. Yeah, I mean, and I'll say it again, but Siege is selfish, so if you want to just grind KP while the other people take all the hits, like, go ahead. Fortunately, the new Siege commanders that just came out don't seem very good. That I am happy about. CY, CC is your best chaining march? Yeah. I would say that ZL Shajar is still my best chaining march. I mean, this thing is literally immortal. I could chain 5 level 55 barbs at once and this thing wouldn't die. Obviously, this, you know, my CY is only 5111. Where is he? Here he is. Oh, 5211, I guess. But this, you know, this does nothing. So, but I have found that if I chain like obviously it won't die with this, but if I chain like a bunch of barbs at once, sometimes it'll die. I think I was too late on this one. All right. Everyone be a whale and invest in William Wallace. I mean, if you're our enemy, go ahead. Not if you're in my kingdom, though. It's like, everything is almost a chain. It's like, depends on how the barbs move. Next cav is going to be OP Trust. I really hope so. And honestly, right, like, I run 3 calves, and I run... So when I run 2 calves, I run Nevsky Joan, and then I run Hua William. When I run 3 calves, I run Nevsky Joan, Hua with Belly Prime, and then XY with William. And my XY with William is actually not bad, but it is still, it's very, very, very obvious that XY is a weak link. Very obvious. He's just too squishy. The fact that his damage factor gets reduced by 25%, not 15% when he hits 3 targets. And also 1700 isn't that much anymore, you know? So, you know, I just, it is what it is. You should bench William when you use 2 calves. Oh no, we've had this conversation. Definitely won't be doing it. I've tried it. I've got the battle report, you know, manager as well. They trade the exact same for me. But William provides more to my ball. I mean, I don't know what I want the next cav commander to be. I think I think that it's obviously has to be an AoE. They've been hinting at this combo attack stuff for a while. And if we stay on the pattern, you know, they announced Circle, and then the next archer they released had healing, right? They announced Delta formation. Now the next commander might be, you know, combo attack. And so, you know, I don't really know. But if it does have combo attack, it also needs to have AoE, because just combo attack isn't going to be enough. Because Liu Che has combo attack and 5 target AoE, and that's why he's the best commander in the game. Right? Like, ton of AoE, and then combo attack is obviously really, really strong. So, if the next cap commander is like that, I can pair it with, you know, my Belly Prime or my William or something, and it would go absolutely nuts. Combo attack just sounds like cheeks. Let me be very clear. Combo attack is very strong. Combo attack is one of the reasons why Liu Che is so broken. But the thing is, combo attacks without AoE, you know, you're missing the reason. Like, if I'm generating a ton of rage, I want to be firing off AoE faster. I don't want to be doing no AoE. So, and you know, if they release a combo attack commander with no AoE, then the pairings are still messed up, because you have to have AoE on every march. In Rise of Kingdoms nowadays, you have to have AoE on every single march, or else it just drops combat too often, and it's bad. So you can't really bench XY. So now you're benching, like, I guess you could bench XY. You could run the new combo attack commander with William, and then Huo with Belly with a single target build. You could do that, because Huo is special in the case that he's only... I know I just said that every commander has to be paired with XY. Or paired with AoE. So Huo is the one commander in the game that does not have to be paired with an AoE commander. Because he's got this reset whenever he kills a target, right? And he drops combat all the time. So, you know, you'd actually run this build, single target build, with Huo Belly, which is actually pretty good, right? 15% more damage for the first 10 seconds of battle, because he resets battle all the time. Like, it's really good. But he's like the only commander that does that. Hello, everyone. Good Wednesday. Yes, happy Wednesday. Middle of the day. A little EU friendly, you know? Always gotta mess with my EU audience. I'm gonna reset my Huo before it fights with 1960. You mean to 5555 and no expertise? I think if you're running like 5555 Huo William, I think that that's good. I think if you're running Huo Belly, I don't think that that's good. Which commander is the one behind ZL? Shajar. For 4 marches, is it better to run Skippy Ragnar or Huo Belly Prime? Skippy Ragnar for sure. Any reason for that? Yeah, so just exactly what I was explaining, right? Like, if you're running double single target cav marches, you're dropping combat all the time, right? Like, double single target drops combat all the time. So, because Huo benefits, like, this skill actually benefits you from dropping combat, right? You kill a target, you drop combat. And considering you're doing it all the time, right? Like, dropping combat doesn't matter. And so you're just going to run this build with double single target commanders, right? And you're going to drop combat all the time with and deal 50% more damage on your first active skill, right? Like, this is really good. So is there any difference between double CCY and Huo CY in terms of chaining? Not really. They're both very, very similar. The reason why I'm running double C, and normally I would run Huo. In fact, I'd run like Huo Hera. But it's just because of this, right? Whenever you spend action points to defeat a barbarian, you get resources, and then, you know, 9% more damage, you get, you know, more skill damage dealt, etc. So also, my Huo Hera, believe it or not, actually dies to higher level barbs. Like, if I chain like level 51 plus only with Huo Hera, like, eventually it'll start dying. Like, my Huo Hera would take damage from this chain that I'm about to do. And CY, double CCY will not. Interesting, I'll try that out and let you know how it goes. Yeah, please do. Opinions on new ranged, haven't really looked at it. I did a brief review in my head, and they seemed lackluster, I'll say. Better primary for Liuche and Skippy? Skippy, Ragnar, and William Wallace Liuche, or Liuche, Alex, and William Wallace... Okay, my head hurts reading that. Are these imp pairs? Skippy, Ragnar, and William Wallace Liuche, or Liuche, Alex, or William Wallace Liuche, or Huo Joan. So your question is, should you also add Huo Joan instead of a second Inf March? I mean, that'll depend on your gear. I think Huo Joan is fantastic as a single Cav March. But so is Skippy Ragnar and Liuche William Wallace, so I think that's up to you, man. I can't give you a straight answer. Is your Hera expertise? Yes, it is. Also, don't like how fast Huo kills the Barbs. If I don't babysit, you can kill a chain too fast. Yep, and that is actually something that I didn't say, but I 100% agree with you. Especially while I'm streaming, I get distracted really easily. And if I don't pay attention, Huo will kill the Barb instantly, and then it ruins my chains. So that I do not like. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I just made my chain. I didn't even see this Barb, by the way. I could have probably gotten that. You know what? I'll do that. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so my Huo literally just doesn't. Sometimes when the combat resets on it and then it doesn't fire its active skill and then it resets, it kind of greases me, which is always interesting. Oh, dude, I went to the gym yesterday. Like right after the stream, and I did like a bunch of chest and back, and now I'm not sore, but like it feels like I slept wrong. You know that feeling in your upper back when you sleep wrong on your neck, and I can't tell if it's because of the gym and the soreness or like I actually just had a shitty night's sleep. Oh, it hurts, bro. It hurts. Okay, hello? We're gonna load in anytime soon? Alright, good fun. I'll go up here. Do you guys actually think I'll hit like a top 10? What, I mean, I think it's almost guaranteed that I hit top 20 honor. You guys think I do a top 10? I feel like as soon as most of the fighting ends, like 1606 is obviously gonna go crazy. I don't know if I'll actually be top 10 by the time all is said and done. Hello? There we go. I got a pretty substantial lead, I guess. Oh, bro. You tell me I didn't chain that? Gross. Do I think y'all are winning so far? It's almost impossible to tell, right? The reason why I say that, and just to give you a brief overview of the map, right? So you can say that we quote unquote like won this zone, right? So we won the Huron that we got for free, right? And then we won the sanctuary in the middle, but we were unable to take their Huron because of this fort wall. Now they only have 5 forts here now, but there were 9 forts here. Obviously they had to change some to drop, zone 7 territory. But, like we were unable to push this. We got more KP, they got more deads, right? So like in theory on paper, we won this right side zone or this top side zone. And then this zone down here, right? Like, I mean, technically water won the zone in the same logic that we won the zone. Like they got their free Huron down here And then they actually were able to fort wall and seal themselves within the sanctuary here. So they got this, and you know, our wind allies just weren't able to break that. So like they won the sanctuary, but at the same time on the field, right? Like wind was pretty strong, and neither side. Funny enough, like these are the two like much bigger camps, and they had much less fighting than we did. Just because of how we continue to push the Huron. So now, like, we lost our altar fight, but we were winning field up here. And so when that happens, it's generally because, you know, they have more active kingdoms than we do, which is true. Like, they have more active kingdoms than we do. And same down here. Like, 1606 lost their altar, which is, you know, it's not that 1606 is a bad kingdom by any means, but they're just outnumbered. So that's how it is. Like, honestly, you know, I would still say the same percentage that I said at the very beginning of the KVK, which is 40% for us to win, and that is simply because 1606 is kind of that unknown factor, and they could just go for days and beat us all, right? So did you see 1175 KVK matchup? I have not. What's up, Samurai? Okay, cool. This is why I anchored this Barb, by the way, like this. Just a whole nother chain. So I got 1, 2, I got 5, and then I'll get another 5 here. So that's pretty nice. It's a nice and equal KVK. Don't get that a lot these days. Yeah, I agree. But also, like, you know, and 1606 is a great kingdom, very strong leadership, strong players. But their reputation will take a hit if they lose to AC. It's right? Like, that's just the nature of the game. So I'm sure that they will, you know, do everything they can not to lose. Alright, I need another chain. Is this chainable? Maybe. I'll see how they walk by the time I get there. And so another thing about this KVK is, like, swarming power matters, right? This is the first time I've ever really been in one of these high profile, I won't say first time, but like this is the first time where I've ever been matched against like a top 10 imp in the game, and swarming power really matters. And now if we look at, like I said, we traded positive in deads. Where's the leaderboard, right? Traded positive in deads, and you can see Itachi enemy, 2774 enemy, Quacks enemy, Seraphim enemy, right? So like, but they have power. Like, they have, you know, Itachi has 500 million power, right? The Quacks account, which was Itachi's old account, or I guess alt account, also had 500 or 300 million power, right? Like, we don't have any players that have that. So, you know, they've got troops to lose, you know, in a way that we don't have. So, you know, I can say that we traded equal on deads, but draining something that isn't drainable, right? You know, doesn't make a ton of sense. If you run Philip Primary, you will get a 70% more damage on second commander skill. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. I don't know how many people are going to run Philip Secondary then, or Philip Primary. He's a little bit odd. Additionally, like Philip Primary, remember, you would have to be connecting for both of your skills, which oftentimes in the open field doesn't happen. But like, also, I mean, are you gonna crit your, I guess in a way, like if you made a leadership set and then you crit it for infantry, or I guess an infantry set and you crit it for leadership, excuse me, like all those people that invested in the leadership gear back in the day, like maybe kind of rejoice. You can run Philip Primary with crit gear and then run like Skippy or something secondary. Like that could be pretty good. So Kane, I was thinking of going Philip with Huo Minna. Then replacing Alex with Philip when next commander appears. Then I use Philip and Canyon. I have 100. 1,100 sculptures now. I mean, do you have how much? Do you not have like ZL Herman? Do you not have Lee Cheg? Yeah, I don't know enough there exactly. I really don't think Philip is going to be that insane. I think he's fine, but I think any active skill that reads do nothing or do no damage is not a good active skill. Huo Minna does not seem like a great march though. You definitely, I mean, it would definitely be an upgrade to Minna. Maybe. Maybe. I'm so unlucky with my crits. I'm 1 for 22. Doesn't matter what gear I have on my primary. True. I mean, I was 3 for... I went 3 for 56, so... I don't really have sympathy for you. I mean, technically, your odds are slightly worse, but yeah. Dude, anybody in chat still in this thing? The Sunset Canyon tournament? I am lost as to, like, what this is, dude. I mean, like, I was talking with some Alliance members yesterday. It's, apparently it's, like, fully automated. I don't have to do anything at all. And so I just set my lineup and I get rewards. But, like, I can't even attack a target. Like... I can't even press attack. There's nothing that I could do at all. It makes no sense. Like, why is this an event in the game? It's just free rewards. I'm not gonna like disagree with free rewards, right? But at the same time, it just doesn't make any sense. Captain Stinkfuss, how's it going, man? It's going well, dude. Going well. Just grinding honor. Wishing that my back didn't hurt as much, essentially. I don't mean that in any carrying kind of way. I just mean that my back literally hurts from going to the gym yesterday. I'll probably try and you know, I've got what 2,700 honor here. There's I think one more enemy elimination. I'll try and save up my honor points for like a last minute snipe or something. You know, get spicy with it. In case I need it. Rewards for chaining is just really insane. Hey, so I'm not in Home Kingdom. Anyone is anyone in Home Kingdom currently? What are the rewards for killing a level, what, like 35 to 40 Barb? It's not 20, obviously. Is it 10? Is it like up to 10 1-minute speed ups or 10 5-minute speed ups? And then do they drop materials as often as these barbs, right? Like you see material. Like, do they drop 2 greens? Do they have a chance to do that? I am not in Home Kingdom, so I really would not know. I can start down there. It is 10 minutes? Okay, so it's 10 minutes. Or 10 1 minutes. Or 10 5 minutes, right? So chaining in Home Kingdom is like exactly half as good as Lost Kingdom Barbs. So not as regularly. Yeah, so I'd say maybe let's just say half as much. So it seems like it's about half as good as Lost Kingdom Barbs. So I think, you know, I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna tell the kingdom to do, right? Like, what is truly the most efficient way? If everybody in the whole kingdom is chaining 24/7, is that better than getting forts up until a P cap and then telling everybody to chain? Because I feel like, you know, people still need AP for Lost Kingdom Barbs, and I feel like that's really important. So I almost feel like it's not, like, the answer is not just chain 24/7. The answer is actually Barb fort. We usually hit AP cap on, like, you know, Tuesday, which is, you know, what, 2 days, right? So do bar forts until Tuesday and then chain after that. I feel like that's actually the best way to go about it. If you have Skippy and Liche, what is the best way to expand to 2 Inf Marches? Kind of depends on what marches you already have. Like, if you already have Alex, then just get Ragnar and go Skippy Ragnar and then Liche Alex. If you have Guan, then just go Guan Skippy and Liche Ragnar, right? Simple as that. Iru, how are you, man? Good evening. Hope things are going well. They are, except for the fact that my back hurts. But everyone who's just joined the stream has probably heard that like 20 times in the last few minutes. Use a fort tracker and run 40 or 50 forts per week. Yeah, but you don't need that anymore. Like, once you hit AP cap, now the value of forts are way down because of how strong barbs are in barb chaining. So I'm not going to force people to do forts if we've already hit AP cap. Makes no sense. And also, let's be real, like, not everybody's a grinder. Yeah, AFK, maybe. Not everybody's a grinder, and not everybody's gonna barb chain. Like, people are still gonna be launching forts in off season. So who does Ragnar replace, Guan or Alex? That is the question. So I think that there are 2 combinations that you can run: Guan Skippy, and then Ragnar Liche, or Liche Ragnar, either one. Or it is Liche William Wallace or Liche Alex, and then paired with Guan's, or sorry, what was I saying? Or it's Skippy with Ragnar, and then you've got Liche with William Wallace or Alex. Either one. What AP cap? So when you're in the off season, or not even off season, every week you have a certain number of AP bottles. See these 50 AP bottles that you can get from Barbarian Forts. Once you hit that cap, you can no longer get any more from the Alliance chest. So my logic and what I'm trying to say is that I think the best way to go about it is you make your kingdom do forts until you hit AP cap, so that all of your players get as much action points as possible. And then once you've hit AP cap, tell people to stop doing forts, because barbarian chaining now is worth way more than getting these treasures of the crystals. That's how I think it should go down. You need more gold, bro? I got plenty of gold, man. But this is the lowest my gold has been in probably a whole year. So, but you can see I got plenty of gold and plenty of pick 1 resources. I am definitely not worried. And now that I'll have tech to actually reduce my healing costs, it'll be nice. Is Guan Skippy paired good for free-to-play? So Guan Skippy is my second best march this KVK. And you can see, so my gear, there's only one set that's better than everything else, right? It's my imp set. This set is cracked. I use this on Liche Wallace. It is the reason why my Liche Wallace does super well. Obviously, Liche is cracked, but that is the main reason. All my other gear sets are very similar, right? Like you can see, they're all iconic level 1 with like minimal crits. In most cases, no crits. Right? So this march with this gear set is my second best march, and that's Guan Skippy. Right? Like, it's doing better than this set, which is Nevsky Joan. It's doing better than this set, which is Hua William, right? Not everyone does chaining, so if no forts are being done, it will hurt to those due to no 3+ alliance gifts per day. So I don't disagree with you. It is gonna, but the people who are not gonna be chaining are still gonna be doing forts. So instead of getting 3 alliance gifts per day, you're gonna get 1, right? Like that's how it works. And then we're gonna have 50% of the alliance spamming Barb chains, right? I wouldn't say it hurts them per se, because, well, okay. It doesn't benefit them, but it benefits the kingdom more. Does that make sense? Like, if we have more people grinding, that's better for the kingdom than appealing to the people who aren't grinding. Like, I hate to sound like that guy, right? But, you know, you got to do what's best for the kingdom. A couple weeks ago, I did 262 forts in a week with my farm. It's tiring. Speaking of farm, I will go ahead and see if I can join any rallies. Guys, I have been super lazy on my farm recently. Like, after the zone, I think I've joined maybe 4 or 5 forts total. And that's like how I generate most of my resources. So I am definitely slacking on the resource department on my farms this KVK. Definitely slacking. But hopefully in the off season, what'll happen is I could rally the forts on my farms on my own. And now that power doesn't matter in matchmaking, I'm just gonna get tech on my largest farm, which I'm slowly starting to power up, all the way to the T5 tech. Oh, it's the king right now. Like this, I'll just get, like, I won't unlock T5, but I'll unlock the tech to get T5 and get a bunch of stats so I can actually rally bar forts on my own. Alright, there is actually somebody launching a rally, so now that you reminded me, I will go ahead and join that on my farms. Rallying with a farm is a great resource source. Yeah, absolutely. It's the best in the game. So what do you think about building leadership gear for an engineering march? I don't think that's a good idea. The only reason why I say that's not a good idea is because epic siege gear is better than legendary leadership gear for siege. And it'll cost you no materials. So, I mean, it'll cost you materials, but you can dismantle it at any time and get all your materials back. You know, back when I was thinking about creating my 7th March, I was like, well, I should just make a leadership set, and then depending on what the meta is, I can just make a like a Cav March, Inf March, Siege March, whatever. And then I looked at the stats and realized that the stats were actually really bad. So I will just instead make a epic set and dismantle it when I'm done. If that makes any sense. Alright. I think I joined it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Is power no longer affecting matchmaking? Really confirmed. I'm hesitant about powering up my first farm. Yeah, it's confirmed then. I mean, Lilith put it in an announcement that their new matchmaking system will no longer take into account power. It'll instead take into account like recent KVK performances and stuff like that. It's not implemented yet, that is true. But tech takes a while to level up, and I'm just preparing. Also, if I find that this farm can already rally level 10 bar forts in the offseason, then I won't continue to gear it up. I'm never going to unlock T5 on it, because T5 takes too long to train, and I'd have more T4. I'd rather have more T4 than less T5 to stuff garrisons with, if that makes sense. Even if you power up a farm, it only takes in account top 300, so that's not true. Well, okay. It takes that farm into the top 300, that is true. However, matchmaking is every single CH25 account. It's not just top 300. Raga, how's the KVK going? It's going well. It's a hard matchup. It's an even matchup. It's been a lot of fun. I've gotten about 1.9 billion KP so far. Still grinding. Do I? Oh, did I just mess up that chain? I think I got 3. I did. Okay. Do I think that I will be top 1 in honor? Absolutely not. There is no way that I will be top 1 in honor. Yeah, 0 chance. We've got a lot of people who don't do this every KVK and have a bunch of saved up AP. I do not. This is all the AP I have, right? But I go into every KVK season with less than 200,000 AP, and I'm constantly top 20 honor, right? But that takes grinding. I don't save, like I don't take one KVK off. I just every KVK I grind. So how many honor points you need to be top 1? Probably 600,000 is my guess. Something around there. I can't remember what I had to last time. What was your initial KP goal, if you had one? My initial KP goal was always 3 billion. For any KVK I do, it's 3 billion. But it seems like I will break that goal. Kind of what happens when you have a 10-day zone 5. But also, you know, I started this KVK with about 1,000 days of speedups, and obviously I've been generating a ton of speedups in KVK because I've been chaining and, you know, etc. But I'm down to about 800, so I mean, I'd say I've probably already used 2 years. I went into KVK with about 3 years of speedups. I've probably generated about a year of speedups being in the KVK, and I've probably used 2 years, so. Are the training speedups you get chaining or enough to recover the power you lose in KVK? Absolutely. Yep. I haven't used universals for training. Well, I did win a 20 gold head event last KVK. I used like, I don't know, 20 days of universals, but I generally train up about 6 or 7 million power in 20 gold head events and MGEs and things like that every off season, just from training speedups that I get from chaining. And then, you know, with troop return and everything, I usually float, like I'm getting, you know, I'll probably be about 110 million power after troop return and stuff, and then I'll, you know, train that 6 to 10 million. So I usually float around 120 million power is what I'm trying to say. I really think you get, I mean, you get so much value chaining. Just to be clear, like, I do spend money in this game. I spend a lot of money, way more than most people. But also, most people don't get 2 billion plus KP per KVK on a first pop basis, right? So in order to do what I do, I have to do this, or else I wouldn't be able to perform like I do, right? Like, I don't have an option, essentially. Which is a lot, you know. There's a lot of pressure, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the grind. Oh. Might go for a walk later. Get out of the room, you know? Oh, come on. There we go. Level 42 Barb. This thing's gonna die, isn't it? Level 42. Yep. So sad, dude. Knew that was coming. Good chain ruined. Also, you guys see that the Canyon Clash has gotten better rewards now? They put formation chests in there and teleports, so I stacked a bunch of those. Ooh. Trying to think, like, what can I do to... So, okay. I wonder with the off-season changes if I'll actually be able to not grind this hard, you know? Because I'll have... Like, how many speedups will I generate barb chaining in the off-season? Because I don't barb chain now, I just fort spam, so... I wonder if it'll be enough. Hey, Kane, how did Chajar do for you in this KVK? She's good. She's good. Is this a neutral barb? It is. I'm gonna let that reset so I can get that one later. How many gems do you generate a day by chaining? Probably like 6,000 to 7,000. What about this? Is that what you got from the thing? From the random chests? The Home Kingdom update is a game changer. I'm really glad to hear that. If I can actually grind without grinding, like if I don't have to do this every single KVK, I will be very happy. Yeah, it's fine. And so, Fake, were you not at pity? You said 4 out of 10, but that can't be right, bro. But to be fair, I was at pity and I have spent like a little bit on armaments. I mean, not much, but I have spent a bit. And I just got my pity intrepid, so... How many hours a day do I chain? Well, realistically, and I'll just say it like this. My account chains for 12 hours a day. How's overall personal and camp honor points after last altar? I will show you in a second. I mean, personal is still... I mean, I don't think the ranks changed at all. Most of the people in 1606 and 1981 are still top 10 even though they lost altar. Which is kind of funny. And then I guess camp? Where is it? Coalition. So we did drop in Coalition. We were above Earth Camp, but now we're below. And then Fire, we're still first here. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. Now this is gonna die. Brutal. I gotta go get this march that I anchored. Ooh. I shared some quick Barb reports and DMs. Showed you what HK Barbs look like. Let's see these. 8. Nice, you get 4 of the 10s. Yeah, this is good, bro. Definitely not as many materials. I don't see any green. Do no green materials drop? Which one was the free one? No, this one. Yes, okay. Any greens, any greens, any greens? Oh, there are greens. Okay, so it's one green though. But still, man, it's definitely just half as good, man. But that's still, like, half as good is crazy, considering it's been, you know, not that for a long time. And not only is it half as good, but the barbs cost half as much. So when you think about it, it's almost like it's the same. I'm quite active now, and I feel punished in the off-season. At least it'll feel like somewhat rewarding. Yeah. Or you felt punished in the off-season. Yeah, exactly. The Barb update in HK is nice. The forward updates are bad. Before I could run forth in my main and my farm using 5k for my farm for 5-10 speeds. High level forwards you get way more saves for 5-10. Yeah. So it's costing you resources, but you're generating resources on all your, you know, farms. So it really shouldn't be the biggest deal, but I do understand what you mean. Personally, I don't join my main troops or my main rallies on my farm. My farm just rallies, so I don't give two shits about my farms have wounds or resources or speed up. I guess resources, yes, but speed ups gained on my farm. So I'll just fill like one farm rally with, you know, 1.1 million troops on all my farms, and then they'll all get the benefits. That's what I do in the off season. Why not minute show instead of double seat show? They both serve pretty much the same function. Yeah, I mean, they serve the same function. Double C heals, I guess. But they serve the same function. I guess the one obvious answer is that double C is free. Alright, hey, I just went back to that dev feedback post about matchmaking. It says they won't take troop power into consideration any longer, but tech power is not mentioned. That's a good point. I wonder if that's just a classic Lilith miswording, because, I mean, I don't know. Troop power matters way more than tech power, so, but yeah. So piloting is a thing if you want to be top 20. In most high-end kingdoms, man, the reality of the situation is, yes. Now, you can do it without being piloted, but yeah, I mean, it is what happens nowadays. I clear out all AP bottles, chaining KVK barbs, and then do forts off season, then repeat that. That's what I do as well. Would the change, would it be better to continue doing what I'm doing, or chain in home kingdom and then just chain less in KVK? I think, and we were actually just having this conversation, which is good. I think that what you should do now is, as a kingdom, you should barb fort until you hit AP cap for your AP every week. And then from there, you should chain. I think that's the way that you're going to get the best rewards. So you chain after your AP cap with your daily AP. If you call me that, I'm definitely not looking at your DM, bro. Dude, for me, this is, like, obviously gems are insane, and gems are like the money shot. But this right here, the 5 minute times 20 healing speed ups, is just absolutely ridiculous. It's almost 2 hours, right? Like, that's almost 2 hours of healing speed ups. I mean, that's keeps my account alive, bro. This is a little awkward. Got 2 main accounts in my kingdom. How do I manage both well? If I play on one account, I can get up to 60 million easy. First time playing 2 accounts. The honest answer to that is you should never have 2 main accounts. You should have 1 main account. And you should focus your time on 1 main account. You cannot field on 2 accounts at once, and so thus 1 account is significantly worse than the other. So you're only answer that, and now you were the one that also asked about piloting for top 20 honor, right? The truth is you should have a friend or somebody that you trust play that account. And, you know, make sure that there's no money involved, or else that would be against TOS. Because I actually found this out. It's not against TOS to have pilots, as long as money is not involved. So find a friend, somebody that you trust in another kingdom to play your account. And now it's an active account. Okay, this is just not chainable. This looks better. I'll head over here. Check DM if you have some spare time. Yeah, there you go. 4 out of 10 for wedge. What does this mean? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what that means. Is that just, those are all your special inscriptions, I guess, that you had? Or I guess rare. Why did Tutong migrate to your old kingdom? There's a few reasons. I mean, not all should be shared, so I will not. But long story short, he followed somebody there. I've seen people control 2 accounts with programs that duplicate keystrokes so they can use 2 times 7 marches at the same time. Yeah, that is bannable though. It's called BlueStacks Sync. Keystrokes, whatever you want to call it. And you get a 3-day ban for your first offense. Or no, you get a 24-hour for your first offense, 3-day for your second offense, and then I think it's 7-day and then permaban. So, you can do it somewhat successfully, I suppose, if you don't lock it at the same time, but not worth the risk in my opinion. Kavoth always you know what I need that the stream bot that just says you know, like the stream and chat, because I definitely don't say it enough. But for everybody in the chat, if you wouldn't mind throwing a like on the stream, that would be great. I gotta have like goals, you know, like, okay, if we get to this many likes, then I'll do something stupid. But the problem is I do all the stupid stuff already. I guess I could spin this wheel. No, I'm definitely not spinning this wheel. Oh, for engineering commanders? Definitely not, dude. I think you say it one time a stream max. Yeah, dude. I'm just here to talk to you guys, man. If you like it, then like it. If you don't like it. I won't say dislike it, but just don't like it, you know? 4 out of 10 rare inscriptions for guaranteed. I mean, then you just got incredibly lucky. That has never happened to me. Alright, so I get this tonight. Alright. We should do Golden Kingdom on stream, but that sounds like something that I don't want to do. How about multi-instance farm filling? Yeah, it's the same thing. Still bannable. Any multi-instance farm filling, farm resource transferring, farm gathering, it's all bannable. Yeah, Nightbot. That's exactly what I mean. What's up, Kier? What's up, Maz? How are you guys? How many gems does it take to max spin the wheel? What's it? 78,000, right? Not sync though, but open all at the same time. Yeah, so if they're open all at the same time, then that is not bannable. As long as there is a difference between time when they target something. So if I have 20 different accounts open on my screen and I go, you know, transfer and then click on the other account, transfer, click on the other account, transfer, that's not bannable. But what is, if you have 20 mice and they're all synced to the same program and you're transferring or farm filling all at one time, that is bannable. We actually have a player in our kingdom who does that. His new migrant, actually, this guy Zirkle, good player. He's got like a boatload of farms. I think he's got like 9 or 12 farms, something like that. And he's been doing that all KVK. And what he does is he's got 2 monitors, kind of similar to me, and one of his computers, I think, maybe it's all on one monitor. I actually don't know, but he's got like 5 or 6 instances open. And what he does is he will like fill and then click on another tab and then fill, then click on another tab and then fill. Like that's okay. As long as he's not clicking one button to fill all at the same time. That's for 100 spins. I think max spins is like, yeah. I mean, oh, max spin. I consider 100 spins as max, bro. I don't think I've ever max spun any single wheel in this entire game. I ain't that kind of whale, dog. You see this? I'm only VIP 18. I'm a lonely nub. Only VIP 18? Dude, I know it sounds weird to say it out loud. Sounds weird to say out loud. But VIP 18 now, at over 4 years of game time, like, realistically, is not that high. Especially for somebody who plays as often and spends as much as I do, right? Now, if I went to 1960 or, you know, whatever, I could probably hit VIP 20 in, like, a KVK or two. Just because of how many gold chests there are. But yeah, I've also, you know, like 1981 is not low spending, of course. Like 1981 is, you know, relatively mid to high spending alliance for its seed, but you know, it's nothing compared to sitting in an Imperium. Blackstone, what's going on, man? I only max spend boots on egg. Yeah, boots are important, but I fortunately have made all my boots, so I no longer care to craft anymore. Oh my god, no way you're gonna continue to run from me. Both of them are gonna run from me? Dude. I just want to get this chain in, man. Actually, I want to go this side and then I want to wrap around. What do we think? Think this Barb is gonna hold on for this one? Alright, Barb. Don't run away. Don't run away. Oh my... Dude, look at these Barbs! Stop running away from me, bro. Look at this. Oh, come on. This is going to be a great chain. Just don't run away. Nope. Now it's going to move backwards. Great. Okay, right there. That's far enough. I got it, dude. Easy. Easy. Took a while, but we got there. Okay, I've missed some chats, I'm sorry. Alright, more than half the players, yeah, definitely, that is true. But yeah, VIP and SVIP are also a thing. SVIP, by the way, is ridiculous. Like, this daily chest for SVIP is really insane. Yeah, Kier, we're definitely 100% free to play in 1981. That's true. I got 7 marches all free to play. Yeah, I don't have the patience to Barb chain. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have to, man. I literally don't have a choice. I have to Barb chain or else my account can't do this. Whoops. 5 marches. You saying that you 5 march is a little painful on the soul, though. Not gonna lie. I'm a 300-day-old account with the SVIP, and it's super important since I'm so broke on armaments. Did I read that right? You're a 300-day-old account with an SVIP? Yeah, it's super important, bro. You're definitely struggling. Okay. I'm sure you'll catch up quick, man. And if you want to apply to 1981, feel free to do so. Clearly, you guys know who Blackstone is. I do not know who Blackstone is. Is he like a young Kraken that I don't know about, clearly? Show me your account. DM me your location or chords. I'll look at you. $100% free to play? Absolutely, man. But I think the legendary armament crate per day, besides gold heads obviously, is by far the best value of any any login reward possible, right? Because how much? It's $385 for 30 legendary armament inscriptions, right? With the bi-weekly bundle. So if you think about like 30 days in a month, you're looking at like a max bundle a month of legendary armament inscriptions, which is a lot, right? So yeah, like second to gold heads, I mean, the value is crazy. 3777. Wow, there's a kingdom that young now. Holy crap, dude. Forced to pay, also true. 3777. Man, I'll take a look after. You gotta tell me where your account is, and then I'll go look it up. Thoughts on VIP 14 versus T5? Go VIP 14, man. Yeah, you need the gold heads. You need the constant supply. And honestly, for fighters, bro, I'd say VIP 15 over T5. You get the healing speed plus 50% at VIP 15, right? Yeah. VIP 15 is underrated for fighters. Like, if you're struggling on speed ups, this is a huge boost, bro. So my alliance is LB81, so 1981. My farm is king, but I'll pass me king so that you are able to find me easier. So it's a future project. So how is it a future project with a young count? Can you migrate back to, I guess, KVK 2 again? Blackstone, that's your plan? All right, there we go. I guess you can only migrate back to KVK 2 again if you're already in that season. Something like that. Also, this report ended up being pretty good. Nah, 377, I'm starting a brand new account. Wait. Okay, so hold on. You have a 300-day SVIP account, but you're starting over? Why? I mean, I guess if you have that amount of wealth, I guess it doesn't matter. So you're not taking the current account that you have? What are you doing with that account? For fun, I suppose. I couldn't do that. But I respect it. Early game is chaotic and fun in a way. It is also the most dominant that you'll ever be, right? Like, even if you're a Kraken, even if you're Mr. Hope Wild Lion, even if you're Itachi in this KVK, right? Like, you know, Itachi cannot solo carry a kingdom to a win, right? Like in KVK 1 and 2, if you've got a Kraken, like, you can solo carry a kingdom. Which, you know, is fun in a way. Apo starting a project in 23 or 2777. I gotta stop. I'll just say 77. That's kind of cool. I could never do a jumper though, or a project, or like, dude, I spend way too much time helping lead this kingdom. I spend way too much time grinding on this account so that I can continue to do what I do. I tried to make a jumper once, and I lasted like 3 days of logging in. I'm like, dude, I can't do this anymore. When you have $1 billion, 500k is nothing? I suppose so. Bro, this Barb's really gonna run away after that? We're keeping this guy on the hook, bro. I guess we're not. I guess we're gonna lose both. My goodness. It's so hard to restart when you have an account in stock because the upgrades and stuff, it's so boring. I completely agree. So, I guess Blackstone, have you ever experienced Season of Conquest? And also, like, in your account, like, you should know, and I'm sure that you do know, but, like, going back to KVK2s and stuff is like a death sentence for your account. You know, the rewards are so bad compared to what you have in stock. I have not. I guess it makes a little bit more sense then as to why you're doing what you're doing. And not saying you can't have fun. I mean, do whatever you want. I just, as somebody who's played stock now for, I don't know, 2 years, I went back to KVK2 one time, and it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I did have fun, but I regret that I did it. 100%. Like, I missed out on so many gold heads, so many rewards, iconics, relic currency, like all that stuff. Like, I missed out on a lot. Setting you my in-game. Blackstone, here we go. Okay, so let's see the account first. 300 days. Oh yeah, I love the trade ratio, bro. And I bet you most of your kills are T4. Yeah. It's so funny, man. What a wild experience the early game is. Okay. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of gear. At most. Maxed. Makes sense. You got the right gear setup. Armaments. Not bad. Hold on. We'll go. It's having some trouble loading the chat while I'm inspecting your kingdom, so give me a second. Alright. Alexander the Great. Got the march speed going. Not bad. Alright, we got Saladin now, all maxed. So all your things are maxed. Gotta love that. Trial. You can't dismantle this, right? I don't think you can, unfortunately. At least those are satisfying to look at. So those are nice. Also, Max Commander. Definitely insane, bro. Mina. I was going to be like, if you don't have Mina Max, I would have been shocked. Sure, you also got Hannibal Barca in there. Crazed. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, though. Armaments are definitely your weak spot. And then this is your CM. Yeah, that's hilarious. I mean, it's a little painful because, you know, if you were in Season of Conquest, right, like these two pieces are bad technically. I mean, I can't talk. I have them too, but just like some of the things in the early game, right? Like you want the KVK stuff once you get to SOC, but yeah, I mean, this gear is wild, bro. I am surprised you don't have any legendary inscriptions. I assume at your spend level you're maxing the shop or the bundle every other week. You probably are close to a pity. I mean, your account age is super young, right? But maybe a little bit unlucky. I mean, yeah, you look at mine, right? Like, these are just old account things. Also, winning a bunch of KVKs also helps. But yeah, lots of hunters, bro. Lots of hunters. And then I'm missing this one just because of my presets, but I got 6 hunters, so it helps. And these are the skins. You got, I mean, I guess every single Zenith that you've been a part of, which is good. Yeah, dude. I feel like Zeniths that, I mean, early game KVKs are probably pretty easy to win. How much power did you have to put on for Zenith? What's up, Hum? How are you? But so your imp set, ironically, is I mean, almost as good as mine. I mean, obviously there are some discrepancies, right? But if I were to go back and do this all again, if I were to start from brand new, knowing if I had my brain now that I did, you know, 4 years ago, I definitely wouldn't get this to 5. I'd get the KVK one. I'd get the leadership legs and leadership gloves. And then I'd get 2 set. Well, no. What would I do? Leadership legs, leadership boots, and then 2 set somewhere? I'm actually not even sure. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe no 2 set? Actually, what would I do? This is actually a good conversation. So, KVK, KVK. Leadership, and then I just do Hope Cloak and Shio's Return. I don't do the 2 set at all. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. 2 set meaning leadership. So leadership 2 set, leadership 2 set, KVK, KVK, and then Hope Cloak Shio's. Is that what I would do? I think that's what I'd do. Now that's only for rally and garrison. For field, I would run 4 set, 4 set, 4 set, 4 set, 4 set for imp, and then I'd go KVK helmet and KVK weapon. My issue, honestly, isn't material. It's blueprints. I'm so starved on blueprints. That's crazy, dude. I have so many extra blueprints and just no materials. But I guess you're probably buying geared up every day, right? So, and that's what, 3, 4 legendary materials a day? So, I guess when you got that kind of generation, goes wild. Buck wild. But yeah, I mean, Blackstone, that's crazy. Yeah, geared up in War Machine. Wild, dude. Yeah, you can apply to 1981 whenever you want, man. Later, rockers. See you, Ethan. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out until class time. I also don't know how much longer I'll be streaming. I'll probably be streaming another 20-30 minutes, but it is just a Barb training stream. And I do have to go get a walk eventually and get out of this chair, you know? No fighting stream. It's not like I gotta be here for 12 hours, you know? Here, in fact, is there anything that I could reroll? That's something that I could do that might be entertaining. So 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10. I don't need to reroll that. Maybe the 1.7 there. Nevsky, nope. Nope. The cav health, maybe. This is 0 out of 10. Need another crystal. Oh, that's done. Okay. This one, 9 out of 10. I could probably reroll this one, actually. Yeah, 9 out of 10. 1.9, 1.7. I could definitely reroll that. ZL, 5 out of 10. March speed archers. I could probably reroll that. March speed archers, archer defense, with 0 out of 10. The problem is I feel bad re-rolling this, even though strategic is really good, because if I ever get a new, there it is. If I ever get, whatever it's called, balanced, I'll probably put it on this armament, or this one. Like I have 2 really good inscriptions, or armaments to put this on. So it's like re-rolling this kind of feels like a waste. What about this one? No. Yeah, not really. That all looks pretty good. This one I think is fine. 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 0 out of 10. Yeah, I mean... anything on this last one? No inscription, 0 out of 10, 7. I think the one that I would re-roll is probably this one. But I don't have the transmutation crystals to not lock it. So I could... I mean, what do you guys think? Here, you know, we were talking about like goals earlier. What if I do this? How many likes are we at? 42? Actually, we are at 42 with only 62 people watching, which is good. If we get to 50, because I kind of want to do it anyway. If we get to 50 likes, I'll spend 4 re-rolls. I got 20 stones. Not that much, but 4 re-rolls and try to upgrade this, this health. So... you guys do your thing, and if we get to 50, I'll have a little bit of gambling fun. I'll check in a moment. Let's see if I can find another barb chain to go to. Here we go. We are at 49. I need one more. Come on, this is you. This is your teaching, man. Are we at 50 officially? All right, we are at 51 already. So I will do it. We will have a little bit. It's not a huge upgrade, but rolling a 1.7 could definitely be something. As my game lags a little bit. So let's finish up this chain, and then I'll go ahead and re-roll it. This actually could be a pretty decent chain, if all things go according to plan. How's my honor looking? I'm actually catching up to second place. Uh-oh. He's running away. The thing is, like, you know, the wedge set, like, wedge. Who would have thought wedge for Inf is still kicking, bro? With the Ragnar Prime release, I mean, I'll always have a wedge set. Okay. It did run away on me. See, like, why did it run away, bro? Like, now I have to retarget it again. So it dies. There we go. Now I go back here. Okay. All right. The struggles of chaining. We'll call it there. I don't think I'm going to chain this anyway. And then I'll just get that one. Unless this moves back this way. Oh. No, move down. What do we think? Does Greatest Glory on Skippy Liu with Wedge make sense, or is it better to go with Ring and Horn? I'd probably go Ring, Greatest Glory, and you're good to go. Liu loves Greatest Glory, man. It's really good. But you know, Ring Horn is versatile. You could put that on any march. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. Whoa. All the buttons are going wrong. Okay, let's do that. We'll go ahead and reroll this. We're going to do 4 rerolls. We're going to try and reroll the health. Hopefully we get some all damage. Even though that never happens. So, yes, under normal circumstances, I probably would not lock this 1.9% defense. However, I don't have any transmutation crystals, and I need to save those transmutation crystals for my rally and garrison set. So, we're just going to go ahead and try this. All right. All right, first one. 2% all damage right off the rip. Ready? Boom. Oh, secondary password. Damage reduction to barbs. Nope. Okay, one more. Archer health. Definitely not good. 2 more. Archer health, the exact same stats. So I actually just burnt 5 stones right there. That's crazy. Just burnt them up. Didn't do anything. One more. Oh, an upgrade to Inf health. Kidding. Okay. Oh, it's always so bad. Also, I swear, when you guys do these, all right, because everybody in the chat has done some armament rerolls at some point, I swear to you, it is way more likely to get 1.5% than it is 3.5%. I don't think I have ever gotten a 3.5% of any stat on a reroll. I don't think I've ever gotten it, but I get 1.5% all the time. All the time. And I don't know if that's like has something to do with the odds or what, but all right. So no upgrade, unfortunately, but I do appreciate the likes on the stream. So thank you guys for doing that. Hopefully when I reach VIP 19, it'll be a little bit easier to come across those stones. So Armored system is rigged, 3.5%, never ever. Dude, I'm telling you, man. They don't say that it's a lower chance, but it is definitely a lower chance to get a higher stat. 100%. It is definitely lower chance. Definitely rigged. We'll go bottom up. Bottoms up. Ooh. All right, chat. I think what's gonna happen. We did those rerolls. I want to end on a little bit of excitement, even though it didn't go our way. But I do think I am gonna call it here only because it's just a chill stream, nothing much going on, and I'm gonna go out and take a walk and get outside for a little bit before it gets too dark, because it is 4 o'clock, and with daylight savings, shit gets dark around here at like 5 o'clock. So. Yeah, anyway, I do appreciate everybody hanging out today. I will probably be streaming our next altar fight as my next stream. That should be in about 2.5 days. I think it's on a Saturday. And it is late night for me. It's 5 UTC. So I guess it's not late night, 7. Okay, so yeah. All right, well, it's midnight. So I'll be fighting from 11 o'clock to 2 a.m. But I'll be up. And honestly, it's the weekend, so fuck it. Maybe drinking. Oh, you know, you guys know me. I like to have a good drink, so... Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I will absolutely see you guys in the next one, all right?